about Shah Latif, great saint. What is your age? They asked him when the hair of his head had turned silvery and that of his beard snow white. He smiled. Then one of them, who could not check his curiosity, remarked, 70 and 10 years. He remained silent. His inquirers grew impatient and angrily exclaimed, "Why do you not tell us?" He replied, "I am only 9 months old." What? They rejoined, red with resentment. That is a lie, complete lie. I speak the truth, answered the mystic. For I reckon my age from the moment I saw the light of his face, and not when I was announced with the cry, my arrival into this world. Such being their concept of chronology, it is not difficult to understand the reticence of the mystics regarding the events of their earthly life and their impatience, if not annoyance, with the chronicler. They would seem to say to him, "Why loiter in the paths and bypaths of the past? We ourselves always strove to live in the eternal and ever new present, the contours and colors of which are to be found in our story and song. Why not be our fellow traveler? Why, instead, walk behind us and measure our footprints on the sands of time?" That is the reason why the mystics, though often unchronicled, are not, however, unsung. In the life of Shah Latif, the greatest mystic poet of Sindh, I shall, however, refer to certain outstanding events and incidents so that in them we may see the tone and trend of unconscious unfoldment of his impulse and endeavor towards the attainment of reality. Though we have no time machine like that of Mr. H.G. Wells' imagination to enable us to range up and down the centuries and locate each and every event in terms of time. And although the track trodden by the mystics is as visible to the naked eye as the watery route along which the ocean-going linear travelers, yet in the external aspect of their life, the spirit can discover an outline and an image of path they pursued. It is said that when Shah Latif was yet a child of barely 4 summers in 1693 AD, he was sent to a priest come pedagogue to learn the Arabic alphabets. On the very first day when the teacher taught him, the strange thing happened. "Say Aleph," said the preceptor to the people. "Aleph," repeated the people. "Say Be," the people refused to repeat the second alphabet. "Say Be," said the teacher to the teacher in the accent of anger, but met with the same fate. He, however, spared the rod, and thanks to the good offices of the compassionate cherub, who shapes in silence man's ends and aims, ideas and aspirations, the child too was spared. The incident was reported to the father, who fortunately happened to be endowed with the rare gift of understanding. "The child is right," said the father. And with that reply, he silenced the teacher forever and brought Shah out of the prison, euphemistically called school. This story may or may not be true, but all the same it embodies and illustrates the central concept in the mystic's life. As he says, let there be in your heart the play of Alif, Allah, and thou wilt know the vanity of book learning. If thou wilt learn to look on life with the pure eye, thou wilt know that the name of Allah is enough. They who have longing in their hearts, they read only the page wherein they see the beloved. The boy, however, attended daily another school, the school of nature, where he learned the languages of life from the play of his Alif, Allah. In his own words, with your face sandwiched between your knees, live in solitude. There, everything spoke to him of God. Being a witness to the truth, therein, diffuse diversity, there dwells the one who is without a second. Wherever I turn my eyes, it is him that I see. Everything proclaims him. Everyone has become a mentor. How many of them shall I guillotine or place on the gallows? Oh, his home, too, was fragrant with the earnestness and intensity of spiritual aspiration and endeavor. And it is also there that he learnt Arabic and Persian from his father. When he grew older, his father desired that he should follow in his footsteps and carry on the tradition of family as a preceptor by special appointment to the members of the ruling dynasty. Shah Latif consented more out of the courtesy and considerateness for the aged father than out of elegance of the truth, which he had sensed within himself now and again, but which had not as yet been integrated into his life. To him, the lover of the beautiful, the highest form of worship was to feed oneself on the beauty of the face of the beloved. Fasts and prayers, well, they have their value. But there we get another light, whereby to see the beloved. It is the light of love. Shanti. And yet, he must, to please the paterfamilies, say the prescribed prayers and tell the beads of the rosary. He continued these practices for say some years, when one day he was shaken out of the slough of conformity by the conversation between two milkmaids, which he overheard, and by the behavior of the gods, which had come to the bank of the stream to quench their thirst. One milkmaid said to another, I have met my lover so many times. How many times have you? The other answered, Sister, why keep an account of one's meeting with one's lover? Thereupon, Shah threw away his rosary, says, Indeed, I keep an account with our lover. And he burst forth into a song. Body their rosary, mind their beads. Their heart is the harp, the threads of longing singing in utterly unity. The one, the only one is the song within. They whose sleep is prayer, wake even in sleep. Wow. Again one day, when he was sitting by the roadside, he saw some travelers bound for Makkah and felt inclined to join them. Presently, he noticed that the herd of thirsty goats, after slaking their thirst in the stream of clear crystal water, went away without even casting a gracious glance at the source of their satisfaction. And Shah exclaimed, "May I seek and ever seek, but may I never meet." The seeker of truth, it is true, always refuses, so to speak, to be bound down for peace, which is death. He must ever be actuated by the spirit of divine discontent, by the incentive of anticipation rather than of realization. He is ever on the wing like the lark, which sings at the gate of heaven only because it soars. In short, to use a significant phrase of the Sufi of Shantiniketan, an aspirant ought always to be like the Bedouin of the desert, with his feet ever in the stirrups, for is not travelling more brimful of the ecstasy of adventure than the joy of reaching the destination.